Good evening. Welcome to a shorter and earlier bulletin from ITV. That's because England's World Cup final Lionesses are due to take on Scotland in Sunderland, and you can watch it right here on ITV. It's the first time they've taken to the pitch since last month's heartbreak in Australia, and for some of the players, tonight will be a real homecoming. Katie Cole reports.
Keele Square in Sunderland, the warm-up zone for fans ahead of tonight's sell-out game between old rivals England and Scotland. Hey! The Lionesses' first game since their World Cup heartbreak to Spain.
The atmosphere will be phenomenal for the Lionesses.
It's much more of a kind of family atmosphere to go to, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing some of the players in person as well. Yeah, the legacy they've made is brilliant.
Around the world now it's absolutely huge, everybody's talking about it.
They've changed football because back in the day it was very frowned upon, but now it's like it's acceptable, and you know, it's inspired my friend's sister, and it's mad.
They've done so amazing, and I'm so proud of them.
We're so excited to have an international event in Sunderland. You know, it brings great footfall to the city, and with that there's a real positive economic boost, so it's a really great thing for the city.
The Lionesses made history in Australia, becoming the first England women's team to make the World Cup final. They may not have lifted the trophy, but they did their country proud. Little surprise, this game is sold out. Among those cheering the Lionesses on will be a familiar face.
I'm coming to the game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, Caroline Weir's been like my type of footballer, a left foot, like a Liam Brady, silky left foot. She's Scottish, unfortunately, but but I'm looking forward to watching them live, really. It doesn't surprise me that we've got a full house coming to the Stadium of Light to watch them play. It's really exciting times.
This ground is familiar territory for three of the Lionesses. Lucy Bronze and Lucy Staniforth from Alnwick and Stockton's Jordan Nobbs all came through the Sunderland Academy. The influence they're having cannot be underestimated.
It's really inspiring to know that people who have grown up in the North East, who have played at England, it's good to see, and it's good to know of where Sunderland is really on the map for women's football.
And have you got VIP seats in the stadium tonight?
Well, I've heard we've got a good seat, good place in the stadium, so yeah, I'll take it.
A city with a strong connection to the Lionesses. It seems fitting this is where they've chosen for their homecoming. Well, I've now left the fan zone and headed over to the Stadium of Light. I think the party's in full swing there, but come 7:45 tonight, this is where the roar is going to be heard. 48,000 fans inside the Stadium of Light. People already mulling around, and in the last hour or so, I've seen a lot more school children, lots of girls with their favourite names of their players on the back of their shirts as school's finished. I was speaking to one young girl today who said, "They made my summer, the Lionesses, and I am now playing football." Her family said they have given her a huge confidence boost, and I think that's what it's all about. People, everybody, certainly very excited to say well done and show how proud they are of their Lionesses here in Sunderland tonight.
It's going to be a busy evening in Sunderland. Thank you for that update from the stadium, Katie. Police on Teesside say they're investigating possible links between the deaths of 3 people in the South Bank area. The body of 41-year-old Kevin Conway was found on Ajax Way in July. Then on Monday, the body of 35-year-old Stephanie Alderson was found on the same street. On Tuesday, 38-year-old Kathleen Broomfield died suddenly on South Court. 3 people have been arrested over her death, while a woman's been arrested in connection with all 3 deaths. In Gateshead, 2 men have been arrested in the early hours of this morning in raids. Weapons and drugs were seized at 3 addresses in the Birtley area. The men arrested are believed to have been involved with recent incidents, including a pig's head pinned to a pub and a van driven onto the Great North Run route. A statue has been unveiled in North Shields to remember the many women involved in the area's fishing industry. The sculpture, called The Herring Girl, was revealed by actor Brenda Blethyn, best known for playing TV detective Vera. The statue commemorates the many women who worked along the East Coast in the herring trade.
It's very tough out to sea for the fishermen in bad weather, but the women experience lots of the bad weather here on the fish quay as well. Gales of wind, heavy rain, cold temperatures, working night and day. So it was very, very hard for them down here.
In sport, Newcastle boss Eddie Howe says his team have to refocus quickly ahead of facing Sheffield United on Sunday. The Magpies boss admits it's been an emotional week for players and fans, with thousands heading to Italy to see the Magpies face AC Milan in the Champions League. Howe says Sunday's match would have been tough regardless of Newcastle's European travels.
If we didn't have a European game, this game would still be very difficult, regardless of the emotion that we've given to the game in midweek. But add that in, it becomes even more difficult. So, yeah, we have to deal with all those things. That's where we are.
Next, to the world of influencer boxing. That's coming to Newcastle this weekend. Former Geordie Shore star turned pro fighter Aaron Chalmers is facing former Love Islander Idris Virgo in a fight that's being promoted by YouTube superstar KSI. Due to their huge online following, that means millions of pairs of eyes from right around the world are going to be fixed firmly on Tyneside. Amy Sutton has more.
It's lights, camera, action on a production that mirrors Hollywood and has the budget to match. But this event won't be watched in a traditional sense. This is, after all, the internet phenomenon of influencer boxing. Streamed worldwide to tens of millions and filling arenas across the globe. This is where fans come to watch people who have become famous online enter the boxing ring to settle online disputes round by round. The viewership is monumental, the following is huge, and the venue is Newcastle. Headlining this event is a reality TV showdown, Geordie Shore versus Love Island. Both have become professional fighters and both have something to prove in the ring. For Newcastle's Aaron Chalmers, he says the sport should be respected for what it is, regardless of who's taking part.
It takes a lot to get in the ring in front of a big crowd, because you're putting yourself on a pedestal to fail, really, because anything can happen. One punch, you could be knocked out. So you're putting yourself, especially these influencers, they've got millions of followers, it could go really bad for them. So I do think they take it seriously.
His opponent, with a 12-0 professional win record, Idris Virgo, says he isn't fazed by the Geordies' home crowd.
You go on Love Island, you got pressure. I've dealt with that, so there's no pressure at all. I'm going to go into Aaron Chalmers' backyard and his fans. I'm going to get booed, I know that for a fact, but I love it. I'm going to turn those fans into my fans, so I can't wait.
Well, the man who sent ripples through the boxing world and kick-started this trend is YouTube star turned boxer KSI. He arrived on Tyneside to promote this weekend's fight.
You know, whether I'm fighting or whether I'm promoting or whether I'm just behind the scenes, I want to make sure I really push this space and, you know, show that there's another side to boxing. Obviously, you've got the professional route, but, you know, what we do is also professional, but it's just a bit more on the entertainment side.
So you brought this fight to Newcastle. Newcastle's been working hard recently to make its mark on the boxing scene. How excited were you to bring the fight to Tyneside?
I love Newcastle, you know, especially the nights out. Yeah, everyone there is always having a good time, and everyone I meet is always, you know, really friendly and really nice. So yeah, you know, I love Newcastle, and it was so sick to be able to have a Misfits event here as well.
I've been in arenas when I'm public enemy #1 and the whole crowd's booed, which is not a nice feeling. So, and I fought in Newcastle twice in 2 massive events, so it's always nice. It's like having a third person in there with you.
Well, when the bell goes, none of these fighters have the likes, follows and subscribers on their side. Only 2 gloves and a point to prove. Amy Sutton, ITV News in Newcastle.
And that bout happens tomorrow. Time for the weekend weather now, though, with Ross.
Things are hotting up. TUI sponsors ITV Tyne Tees weather.
Hello, good afternoon. We've got a few showers dotted around as we end today. Then we're into a weekend of 2 halves. For Saturday, plenty of sunshine around, although on the chillier side, feeling milder into Sunday, although rain is arriving from the west. Low pressure in control at the moment, keeping those showers coming down from the north, a chill in the air into tomorrow after a chilly start. Plenty of sunshine with a ridge of high pressure, but then yes, into Sunday, we start to see the impact of this area of low pressure here, swirling around that spells of rain, but also that change in wind direction now coming up from the south. Back to the here and now with the northerly winds. Again, we've got that chill in the air also pushing through these showers. As we head through the evening, sometimes merging together, the odd longer spell of rain in there, but they do clear away and things start to clear up from the north as we head into the early hours. Temperature-wise, dropping down to around 4 or 5 degrees, even for some of our built-up areas. So there is definitely that chill in the air as we head into Saturday morning. Tomorrow, bright start to the day. It's the autumn equinox. It is feeling like autumn when it comes to those temperatures, but there's a lot of sunshine to go around. For some, unbroken blue skies into the afternoon, fair weather cloud developing, and we'll look at highs of 15 degrees.
TUI sponsors ITV Tyne Tees weather.
You've got an evening of sport ahead of you, and then we'll be back with weekend updates tomorrow and Sunday. For now, though, from the team here, goodbye. Thank you for watching.